Sorry. Okay, so I did not do the week in the life of a teacher this week. It was just a really, really busy week. So I hope you guys all had a good week. But what I did want to do was, so it was around this time, might have been during the summer, that a bunch of teachers started doing the teacher tag. And that was one of the things that made me want to start doing a vlog. And so I know it took me almost a year, but so I just wanted to kind of do that. I know that the teacher tag is done, but I thought I'd still do it just for kicks. So I have it on a little piece of paper. So I'm going to look down a little bit. Okay, so how long have you been teaching, what grades, etc. So this is my third year. I'm teaching 8th grade US history. Last year I had 8th grade US history, and then my first year I had 7th grade world history, because that's how it's broken down in California. So 3 years total. But before that, I actually taught. I mean, I had a class, but it was I wasn't officially a teacher. I taught with a charter. Well, it's not really a charter school. It's for 18 to 25-year-olds who didn't get their diploma, and so it's a way for them to get their diploma. So I worked with that. I worked with kids who were in the California Conservation Corps, helping them get their diploma. So I just said that. The grade I teach is 8th grade. I have U.S. history. I teach in the Central Coast of California, so that's pretty cool. I like it. We're pretty close to the ocean, just kind of a town or two away. Our school mascot is a St. Bernard, which is kind of cool. I like that. It's a dog, which a lot of places have a dog, but I feel like you don't hear a lot of places with a St. Bernard. Number of students in my class. So I have contact with 170 kids. So in middle school and high school, it's counted by your contact, not necessarily your class size. My average class size is about 30 to 33 kids. We tap out at 34. So I cannot have more than 34 kids in my class unless I sign a waiver, which our district doesn't do. But when I did my student teaching, they did do that. Okay, my ideal class size. I would say if I could have a class of 25, that'd be awesome. That would never happen because in history, so history and science are the two subjects that don't have a resource learning center subject. So history and science have contact with every kid at the school, and so there's no way class sizes could ever be that small. I'd be happy with just 29 though. I think it's just more manageable. I even noticed between my classes that are in my upper limit of 30 and my ones that are closer to 29, there's a huge difference. Sorry, people keep going through the hall. I'm like, my favorite drink from Starbucks. I really like a iced coffee with hazelnut syrup and a little bit of coconut milk. It's really good. I like that one. Usually I just get black coffee though. My favorite online resource. Ooh, that's a good one. I've been using a lot of, I always want to say Newsela. I think it's Newsela because we do a current event every quarter. I really like that. I think it's cool that you can change the Lexile. I use Google Classroom a lot. Next year I want to use Flipgrid. We'll see how that goes. YouTube's awesome, right? Yeah, I don't know. Those are some resources I like. My perfect classroom. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd want kids who realize that there's room for growth, resources to try new things, and I mean support of admin, which I feel like I have all that. So I guess not to sound corny, but I mean I have it pretty good. So I don't know, I guess what I have right now. I'd be down for this year's kids to buy in a little more, so I keep covering my mouth, buying a little more into their education. That'd be pretty cool. My favorite part of teaching. My favorite part is, I think that we always get to try new things. We're always improving. I really like that. I think that's a really good thing about teaching. And I like getting the kids to understand that history can be cool and that it's, stories. And I like when they really are excited about the content. That's always fun. Like when I've said something, like they always get really excited about the Donner Party, and that's always a lot of fun to kind of be like, oh, cannibalism, and they get all excited. My least favorite part of teaching. My least favorite part is probably, I don't know. I kind of want to say like paperwork, like I guess no. I think my least favorite part of teaching is seeing the bad effects that people can have on each other. When you have a kid who's just trying so hard and just wants to survive, and I don't know, I guess it's feeling helpless in some things, like reporting issues that you see, and then for whatever reasons the home life doesn't improve or it doesn't change, and just seeing it crush the kids. I think that's one of the hard parts, is that we love our kids so much and we care so much about them, and then to just see people not caring for them, I think that's really hard. And then last but not least, advice for beginning teachers. I'd say if you're not already in your program, or even if you're not in your program yet, I would say go sub. Help out in a classroom. Because I think I really benefited from helping out at that continuation school. And everyone always talks about their first year, how they were always crying and all that stuff. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm so perfect, but like, I don't ever remember truly feeling overwhelmed. And I think part of that is because I knew what I was getting into. So sub in every possible grade level, even if I was 100% sure I was going to teach high school, and I love middle school. So sub in high school, sub in middle school, sub in elementary school, sub in the special ed classrooms, sub everywhere you can. And that's true even if you are a student teacher right now. I know it depends on the program you're in, but there's a lot you can learn from your cooperating teacher. There's also so much you can learn from going to another classroom. So observe other teachers. Go into as many classrooms as you can and take what you want. And realize that you are always improving. You are never done learning. You are never professionally developed all the way. You're always learning. So I'd say go in with that attitude. And if you're struggling, go to another classroom. Look at your kids' teachers and go, hey, look, I have Bob. He has issues in my class. But you know what? If he seems to have an A in Spanish, I'm going to go talk to the Spanish teacher and say, what's the connection you have with him? And honestly, half the time, sit down with the kid. Talk with them. And acknowledge that maybe you have a damaged relationship with them, and brainstorm together on what you can do to repair it. So I guess that's a lot of things. It's a lot of advice. But I love teaching, and I think there's a lot of people out there who would make awesome teachers who are just scared to try it out. So if you're watching this and you're not a teacher, that's totally fine. If you're watching this and you've thought about being a teacher, sub, check it out, see what it's like. All right. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Let me know what kind of movies you want to see. I might just go back to the, Week in the Life of a Teacher. I could do some videos of how I do some of my lessons. I don't know, whatever you guys want to see. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.